What's up, guys? Becca Means here with the Foster, Season 4, Episode 3, Truth. Okay, so this episode starts off in a dream where Callie thinks of Stephania and doing her adoption, and Callie's thinking with, with Callie's mom being a social worker, telling her to come get her. Then Callie wakes up, and they're like, hey Callie, don't let anything get to you. And yeah, so Brandon wakes up. Brandon and Courtney are in bed together when Brandon goes, but he discovers that the mini's gone. And Brandon and Steph's like, and, and Brandon's like, hey, I, I didn't tell you. You didn't tell me that you were gonna use the mini. And she's like, you didn't tell me that you were leaving home. And he was like, wow, now I'm late. And she was like, wait, what are you gonna do? And so yeah. So Lee's like, hey, are you trying to bring Brandon home or push him further away? So then Daria apologizes to Jude about the lockdown, and yeah. So Brandon confronts Brandon about moving in with Courtney, moving out, fighting with mom, and he's like fighting with mom, and he's like Callie, things are better this way. Aren't you work? If he moves home, aren't you gonna worry that people aren't you gonna be worried that they're gonna look over over their shoulder every day, wondering what they're gonna do? And she's like, yeah, but come on, we can deal with it. Well, I'd rather not. So then this guy shows up, and he's yeah. So he's like, do I have a shot being your brother or what? And Cal just sucker punches him in the face, and basically gets suspended. And he's like, Callie, I know what's going on tonight, but you know we have a tolerance against violence. You're suspended. Go home. But instead of Callie going home, she goes to this coffee shop where she meets this guy named Aaron, who Callie pretends to be in law school taking photography, and he tells her her name is Cameron. And yeah, I'm just gonna click on Callie for the rest of this review because we know that she's pretending to be someone else. So Callie, so the guy named Aaron says that he's with two A's, but yeah, anyway, he says that he's on yeah, Aaron says that he's in the Juvenile Justice Project. He's 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 working for the Juvenile Justice with people getting their trial. But so Cal so Callie's like, hey, do you have a spare helmet? And basically drives on his motorcycle to her former home, not her foster house, the house that she grew up in when when her mom died. So basically, yeah. So then after that they drive to a beach, and basically Callie takes some pictures of him, saying that they're shooting, and basically kisses him, and she's like, "You look really handsome," and kisses him. Actually, he kisses her, so I don't think it's her cheating on AJ in any way. Actually, I don't think it's her cheating on AJ because he thinks she's someone else, not Callie. Is it her? Is it? Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, he takes her back home. He takes her back home. He takes her back to the coffee shop where Callie just starts walking into Alina, and she's like, cool motorcycle. And basically, Stephanie say, Callie, you got into a motorcycle with a stranger. You're seeing people at school. What is going on with you? And she's like, I don't know. What is going on with you? And they're like, excuse me. And she's like, if you want to undo her job, if you want to undo her adoption, if you are, just do it. And they're like, undo your adoption? Where'd you get that idea from? And from her dream, but still, and then, so yeah, so yeah, so they're like, so yeah, so, so she's like, you totally can't. And she's like, and Callie basically said, there's a reason why after she said what happened if she found out about her and Brandon and Stephanie, are like, Callie, we didn't say anything. We didn't know how much you felt about that, and they didn't know what to say. They'll always be a family forever. So basically, Jude in this episode. So Taylor takes him to some church where he meets where he meets sorry where he meets Noah, and Noah is some guy who broke up with his boyfriend, who broke up with Noah, and he's like, boyfriend, God will give him a boyfriend when the time is right, and he just so he just like hold Jude's hand, but Jude's like, I can't handle this, and she's like, and Taylor's like, where are you going? And he's like, why did you bring me here? And she's like, I thought you liked it. And he's like, I thought you liked it, and she did do the fact that Noah's gay. And she's like, I thought you texting Connor at the lockdown, and he's like, so you don't know him, and she's like, I thought you need more. I thought you like Noah. I thought you need more friends. And she's like, I don't need any more friends. And yeah, so Jude walks home, and Stephanie are like, where have you been? Jude's like, church. Jude, hilarious. So yeah, so now we talk about Jesus, and Emma. So so in this class that they're in about the whole Nick lockdown thing, these people are antagonizing Mariana, thinking about is it true Nick showed up at her house with a gun, and she's like, yeah, and it was because she was cheating on him, and she's like, no, and she's like, you kissed Matt, she's the reason why she flipped out, and she's like, and he's just like, you weren't even there, so why don't you be quiet and don't antagonize his sister when you don't even know what you're talking about. And yeah, and Emma is like, hey Jesus, good job for protecting your sister. And they basically make out, and he's just like, I thought you didn't want a relationship, and she's like, just because I didn't want Gemma to become a thing again doesn't mean I didn't want to be friends. And he's like, and she's like, I don't usually make out with my friends. And she's like, what about friends with benefits? And he's like, why don't I ask my friend? So basically, they make out, they sleep together in a car. And he's just like, Emma's making him do all this stuff. So they buy this thing, and he's like, they buy this thing, and they're exclusive friends with benefits. Maybe they can sleep with anyone. So basically, yeah. And it's just really cool with this. So yeah, so Mariana is really antagonizing. People are calling her a B and a W, calling her Adam's Foss W and Adam's Foss W. And Callie told Lena that the reason what's going on is that she has so many walls, and she thinks she doesn't even get hurt. So she has this plan to do her singing project on every home that she's been in, and give it a story. So yeah. So Steph's like at the school only is giving this. She gives what Callie says about what Callie said about walls and all this stuff. And Mariana's like, and they're like, we need walls too. Mariana's like, really? After what your friends calling her W, calling her a B word. So yeah, so Steph says something that makes Jude want to go back to the church. So Jude goes back and he helps Noah. So yeah. So I thought this episode was pretty good. I thought this episode was a pretty good episode. It was really good. And anyway, yeah, I thought the episode was okay. It was really good. Callie pretending to be someone else just wasn't. It was like a okay. She's suspended. Now she wants to pretend to be someone else. Her at the assembly means that she got back into the school because Callie was at the assembly that Lena was holding. Either she was there or she was there because Lena asked her to go. I don't know. But anyway, but Callie was there either way. So, yeah. Anyway, Callie was there either way. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. I've got a wonderful night, and I'll see you next the phosphorus.